There's a gas station on the moon. It hasn't been built yet, but whoever builds it first could control the fuel supply for humanity's future in space. And the strange part is, nobody owns the land beneath it. You may be alive during the final years before resources taken from another world become commercial property. That's about to happen. Not because of flags, not because of footprints, because of ice. Hidden inside craters near the moon's south pole, places where direct sunlight hasn't reached the ground in more than 2 billion years, there is water, frozen, buried, waiting. And whoever learns to extract it first won't merely win a headline. They could become the first fuel supplier beyond Earth. Here's why that matters. Water isn't just water on the moon. Separate it, and you get hydrogen and oxygen. Those elements can be used to produce rocket propellant, which means these craters aren't merely ice deposits. They're gas stations, waiting to be built. Every spacecraft leaving Earth currently faces the same brutal problem. It must carry its fuel, oxygen, equipment, food, and every other supply uphill against Earth's gravity. And carrying more fuel requires even more fuel just to lift it. But the moon's gravity is only 1/6 as strong as Earth's. Producing fuel there could be far cheaper than launching every drop from the surface of our planet. Spacecraft could leave Earth, refuel near the moon, and then continue deeper into the solar system. Mars stops looking like a destination at the absolute edge of our reach. It begins looking more like the next stop on a supply route. So right now, quietly, without most people noticing, NASA, private companies, and multiple governments are preparing for a new race to the lunar South Pole. Not because they want to bring the ice back to Earth, because they may eventually be able to sell it in space. To landers, to lunar bases, to spacecraft that haven't been constructed yet, flying missions that don't exist yet, inside an economy currently being invented in real time. But here's where the story becomes dangerous. Who owns any of it? Under international law, no country can claim the moon as its territory. Not the United States, not China, not Russia. Nobody can plant a flag beside a crater and legally declare that piece of the moon belongs to them. But the material removed from that crater? That question is much more complicated. The United States and the nations participating in the Artemis Accords argue that organizations can extract and use space resources without claiming ownership of the land itself. In other words, you might not own the mine, but you may own whatever you pull out of it. Not every country agrees on exactly how those rules should work, and no one knows what will happen when two powerful nations, or two private companies, want access to the same deposit. That means some of the most strategically valuable locations in the solar system may be a handful of permanently shadowed craters near the lunar South Pole. And whoever builds there first could gain an enormous advantage over everyone who arrives later. Control the water, and you influence the fuel supply. Control the fuel supply, and you influence who can afford to travel deeper into space. But extracting it will be brutally difficult. Lunar dust is sharp, abrasive, and capable of damaging machinery. Temperatures inside permanently shadowed craters can fall below -300 degrees Fahrenheit. Electronics must survive intense cold, radiation, vacuum, and months or years without a repair crew. And the ice may not exist in clean underground lakes. It could be mixed throughout frozen lunar soil. Machines may need to dig up that soil, heat it, capture the vapor, purify the water, separate it into hydrogen and oxygen, liquefy those gases, and store them safely. No one has ever accomplished that at industrial scale on another world. Some companies chasing this opportunity may burn through billions of dollars and produce nothing. But the ones that succeed? They won't be remembered for planting another flag. They'll be remembered for opening the first gas station humanity ever built beyond Earth. And the greatest fortunes of the lunar age may not come from gold, diamonds, or some mysterious alien material. They may come from selling the same basic resources that built every civilization on Earth: water, energy, air, shelter, and transportation. The moon was never merely the next stop. It may become the first territory no one can own, but everyone is about to compete to control.